Hello everyone, my name is History Nuggets, and today we will be talking about the Russo Turkish War of 1806 to 1812. The background of the Russo Turkish War saw the Napoleonic Wars. Sultan Selim III of the Ottoman Empire encouraged after the Russian defeat at Austerlitz to represent their territory in Wallachia and Moldavia more. The Russian Empire, seeing this, as well as seeing the French support towards the Ottomans, would see 40,000 troops go into Moldavia and Wallachia, the Sultan reacting by blockading the Dardanelles and declaring war. Alexander I of Russia was at first worried about invading, thanks to Napoleon doing Napoleon things in Europe, but with Napoleon occupied in Prussia, Alexander would be a little relieved. An Ottoman offensive would occur in Bucharest, which was occupied by Russia. Armenia would also see 7,000 Russian troops beat the 20,000 Turkish troops at Abkhazia, and the Russian Navy would defeat the Ottomans in Dardanelles, seeing Selim III deposed. The campaigns of 1808 and 1810 would begin, with Russian troops heavily reinforcing. The Russians would lay siege in Silstra, but would back out with the Ottomans on their way. The Ottomans would be defeated and would have to evacuate from the Havriku Pazarik, and Silstra would be given up to the Russians. Shumla and Wusi would also see sieges, which would see holding strong. Russia would then see Louis Alexandre Angelat de Leguerin taking over, who hoped to be more aggressive in ending this war. The Russian Empire wanted to end the southern front to focus on Napoleon, with Tsar Alexander giving Mikhail Kutuzov the head general job. Kutuzov's campaign would see the Russian withdrawal from the Danube, with the Turks going on the counteroffensive, led by Ahmad Pasha. They would meet at the Battle of Rusak, with the Russians being victorious. The Russians would then retreat after this, with the Ottomans launching yet another attack. The Ottomans would be decimated thanks to poor organization, seeing the Russian forces take over much of the left bank of the Danube. After this, the Ottomans would surrender to Kutuzov, and peace negotiations would begin between the two powers, resulting in the Treaty of Bucharest on the 28th of May, 1812. During all of this was the Caucasus Front, with it mainly being at a standstill for the first 6 years. Russia, who was already at war with Persia, would see the Turks and Persians not help each other, with the Russians being grateful. After the taking of Anapa, the Russians would lose in Akilaki, withdrawing to Georgia. The Russians also invaded Kars and Poti, which failed. The Turks would lose 3 times in Gumri, and eventually lose in the Battle of Arpachai. A Turkish invasion would occur only to fail in Aletkiki, and the Russians would lose thanks to the plague. After these failed invasions on both sides, Russia would officially sign the peace treaty. The peace treaty would see the Ottomans cede the eastern half of Moldavia, the territories east of the Danube, and the lands of Potianapa, Alereki, all located in Transcaucasia. This is History Nuggets. Thank you for watching.